Hi everyone, Patrick and Julie here.
With another reaction video. Today we'll be reacting to a playlist that I made for Julie. It's titled Junk.
Sounds fun, let's go.
Video number 1, The Perfect Junk Drawer.
All right.
Gabe Izumi asks, how do you know that it is a good junk drawer?
You need 5 screws, 3 nails, 2 washers. Boom, hardware done. A Sharpie, 2 pens that don't work, 1 pen that kind of works for like 5 lines.
Both are promotional.
Yes. You need a combination lock with no combination, master lock with no key. Bonus, the key is somewhere in the junk drawer.
How many stray keys?
I would say 14. 17 thumbtacks, just to guarantee that every 5th time you go in the junk drawer, you prick your finger.
How many batteries?
Exclusively C batteries. You also have AA and AAA batteries, but none of those have juice in them. Also, there is a black hole. Say you accidentally put something in the junk drawer that you actually need, it goes right into the black hole. And the big thing is you gotta hit your junk drawer with a hammer to make sure it kind of is messed up every time you pull it out.
How many ketchup packets?
6 ketchup, 1 mustard, 2 relish.
Soy sauce?
Of course, 1 plastic fork, 1 plastic spoon, no knife.
So would you say that those are all the requirements a junk drawer should have?
That is pretty hilarious because it seems like everybody has that one drawer where it is just a mess of stuff.
I often refer to it as the catch-all. This is the
Right.
catch-all drawer. I don't know where something goes. It goes in the catch-all junk drawer. Yeah.
So we recently cleaned out your junk drawer and a lot of expired
Oh, yeah.
taco sauce packets.
I had Taco Bell packets from the 2000s in there.
They stank.
How many? You know what they missed? They missed the chopsticks.
I was going to say, we found what, 8, 10 pairs of chopsticks in your drawer.
I pride myself that I know how to use chopsticks.
Stickers, paper clips. We kind of combated it by we put in drawer organizers, and then you can kind of categorize stuff into better pockets and testing the pins and throw out the pins that were old and stuff, and that seems to help with it. But that was a hilarious skit. I like
Yes.
that. It was great. It was great.
I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah. Right.
All right, next one. All about junk drawers.
So this is kind of a traditional organizer that you can purchase at different stores, but then you can see mine. See how it fits the entire drawer? It's also crafted of premium acrylic. It's scratch resistant, so even having these things in it, they're not going to scratch over time. So between that and that, I mean, which one would you rather have?
I just would really like to hear your thoughts on these, even though I have a good idea of what they already are.
Well, I don't think that you have to get something custom. I mean, her custom drawer organizer is very nice, and it fits the space. Where the silverware tray there that you have up, the silverware tray doesn't look like it really fits that space well. But anything to kind of divide up stuff that you have in your drawer is better than it just being all junk together. But what are your thoughts?
Well, you won't prick your thumb on a thumbtack
Yeah.
this way by having dividers.
Either one
Yeah.
as much. So, yeah.
I do like the look of a more fitting dividers. The ones further in the video.
The custom one she had made.
Yes, that does look a lot better. Yes.
You don't have to get the custom ones. Just be sure you measure the space and get ones that are going to take up the majority of the space in the drawer, so stuff doesn't fall down beside it, or and so that it fits good.
Ready for the next video?
Yeah.
All right.
Place for everything and everything in its place. Some people have a single junk drawer in their kitchen. I actually have a whole stand-up tray. If you want to call this one great big junk drawer, everything's gonna go in here. and I put like things with like. So in one drawer I have a little bit of an entertainment section here, some dice, some cards, more cards than one girl could ever wear out in a lifetime, some odds and ends here. The whole idea is just to keep like things with like things, and in the name of the environment we don't want to just throw them out. This one is all different types of light bulbs and batteries. I also do things like this, small things, label it up for the eco station. Normally part of my service is I will take away your donations and take things to the eco station. I've got packing tape, I've got, I think, every kind of tape known to man, and a lint roller because it's sticky too. Place for everything and everything in its place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, she has a whole station
That is
she
her junk
calls
drawer.
her
Mm.
junk drawer, yeah.
Mm.
Did you pull that up because I have something similar?
You do have something. However, Julie's are all labeled, and you can clearly see everything is stacked neatly inside. I would not say it's a junk drawer. I would just say it's an organized drawer.
Yeah, yeah. My tape is
Yes.
exactly like hers. All the tape kind of goes in there because it seems like you can never find tape in a house, and having a drawer that it all lives in makes it so that I don't buy more and more tape all the time.
I like how she had the lint roller in there.
Mm-hmm.
That is a connection I didn't make until I saw this video. I was like, yeah, just put the lint roller in with the tape.
And it makes perfect sense if you think of like, where would you think to go look for it, right? So for me,
Because if I can't find the lint roller,
Mhm.
I will wad up some tape.
you'll put up some tape.
Magic take out of it. Yeah.
Oh, smart,
Yeah.
smart. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's great to lump stuff together that makes sense to you. So, like for me, I'd be going to the laundry room to look for a lint roller. I don't know why, but in my head, that's where I would think to go
I've
for it.
Always kept mine in my bathroom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because it's part of your grooming process.
Yeah.
You know, when you're looking in the mirror and you see your drips, as the kids say, you want it to be then free, so you pull the lint roller. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And so for me, it's like, okay, well, you might have some, I don't know, Febreze in the laundry room. And so the lint roller, you lint roll yourself, maybe a couple squirts of Febreze and, you know, whatever.
Oh.
But yeah, huh.
Now, I did notice she did have a Band-Aid on her thumb. Did she prick herself on a thumbtack in her junk drawer, and that kind of inspired her to organize everything a little better?
I don't know. But I did see she was into Pokemon in her game drawer.
I didn't catch that. I saw the cribbage and
Did you? Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
okay.
tucked kind of in the back,
Yeah.
which is fun. So,
the fantastic.
yeah. And I like it where she can find everything and use it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's simple. It's effective. It's
Mhm.
homemade.
Yeah.
For the most part, I mean, she had to buy the doors and stuff like that.
Yeah. The drawers.
Yeah. All right. Next up.
Yep. Actually, have one with all the electronical stuff in it, like cables
Yeah, you do.
and stuff like that. Hmm.
All right. Next video.
Yeah. Let's go.
Welcome to day 4 of my January 30 Under 30 challenge, and I don't care how clean your home is, everyone, and I mean everyone has a junk drawer in their home. Today I'm diving into one of mine. The initial purpose for this drawer was to hold my extra utensils and some miscellaneous kitchen items. However, it's turned into a place for mail, glue on nails apparently, a mini office station, and everything else that we didn't feel like putting away. I think the most important thing to effectively clean out a junk drawer is to identify what it's for, meaning what kind of junk are we putting into there, and organize accordingly. Here I am giving my kids one last chance to claim their items before tossing. Now, because I do a fair share of office related tasks in my kitchen, I did decide to include some small office items in here. I'm also using this as an area for my sourdough supplies. I already had these mini organizers from Dollar Tree and decided they would be perfect in this space to contain things like thumbtacks and batteries. I also added in random kitchen tools like frosting scrapers and piping tips, as well as my thermometer. I don't buy any fancy cord organizers for my cords. Instead, using an elastic hair tie has always been my go-to method to keeping cords contained. Now that we have day 4 accomplished, be sure you're following me along with my free printable, and I'll see you for day 5 tomorrow. Welcome to day 4.
And our fourth video is day 4.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I like how she, where was it? Oh, stacked some of the organizers inside of the organizers.
Yes.
Yeah, that's kind of clever.
That way they're not just on the side. Because if the space is empty, if there's an empty space, why not fill it up? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And if you don't put something in an area, you're going to fill it up with stuff that shouldn't be there. as a general rule.
And that's one of the things that I liked very early on in the video that she mentioned was first we're going to decide what this junk drawer is for.
Mm-hmm.
You know, originally it was supposed to be for her extra silverware,
Mm-hmm.
but then over time other things crept in. And now it looks like it's going to be used for part kitchen gadgets that are kind of niche and part office supplies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that tends to happen, like in a kitchen or anything like that. It's like there's things that you're constantly grabbing, like scissors, or so it's always good to have a pair of scissors in the kitchen.
And this drawer looks like it might be near the dining room or the dining area, which a lot of people do use as a makeshift home office. And I think having that drawer with the office supplies in it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Very functional.
Mm-hmm. Clear hair ties.
And she was doing the 30-day challenge, which is cool.
Is this something that she created, or do you know about it? Or
No, it just seems to be like a fad online that, you know, you try to clean up 30 spaces in 30 days or whatever.
Well, I think that kind of holds you accountable.
Mm-hmm.
It's like doing any
Motivational.
30-day challenge, a 30-day push-up challenge.
Mm-hmm. That's right. 15-day challenges, 30-day challenges.
Yeah.
It tries to motivate people, which is really great.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Bravo. Ready for the next video?
Yeah.
I know I'm not the only one that has a very chaotic junk drawer. In fact, I have 3. I read this post that psychologically that if your junk drawer is cluttered, then you kind of have like a messy life or a lot of in-between thoughts at the moment. And I don't know if I necessarily agree with that, but I did think that it was time to clean it up. I think your junk drawer like says so much about you. But anyways, I'm happy with how it turned out. I know I'm not the only one that has a very chaotic junk drawer. In fact, I have 3. I read this post that psychologically that if your junk drawer is cluttered, then you kind of have like a messy life or...
What do you think about that? If your junk drawer is cluttered, you kind of have a messy life.
I can see that. I mean, because you shove stuff into a space, whether it's a junk drawer or maybe a basket or, you know, something, you know, like a basket beside your bed or by the front door or the mail. I mean, that stuff piles up when your life is a little bit more chaotic. Yeah. But this was good. I like, she had 3 junk drawers. Wow. I do like how she's organizing stuff. I like that battery, like a tray just for the batteries like that, instead of the ones that kind of stand up, that kind of limit to how many batteries you can put in them. She has a lot of batteries though. Wow.
That's 4 columns and how many rows? That's wonderful.
Yeah. I don't like, I mean, I would have liked it better if it felt like she would have measured the drawers better so there wasn't blank space in
It
between
looked like she was
things.
just grabbing
Yeah.
dividers she had on hand and was just tossing them in there as she needed them.
Right.
More, you know, on the go, on the fly.
On the fly kind of organization, yeah, instead of more well thought out, being able to maintain that space with might be a little bit harder. One of the drawers, it did look like she got the trays in there and they fit and took up most of the space in the drawer, but
She doesn't plan, she improvises.
yeah.
Well, not bad.
No, not bad at all.
She does seem to have these butane lighters in every drawer, though. You never know when you're going to need a light up.
Yeah. All
Ready
right.
for the next one?
Yeah.
My roommates are having a hard time understanding the assignment around here. We have a lot of stuff happening in 2025, and we do not have time with this junk drawer situation. So we need to clean her up. We need to make sure she has designated spots. We need to make sure she has labels. We need to make sure the roommates understand where things go. And girl, before you go and say, she is so organized, she has all her issues together. No, I don't. I'm very type B. This is first steps into getting me organized. Let me know in the comments if this was helpful and if you need a type B accountability partner this year. My roommates are having a hard time understanding the assignment around here. We will.
I like how she refers to her family as her roommates. When I imagine that when they're enjoying, having a great time, maybe doing a barbecue, they're family. But when she has to get on them about maintaining the junk drawer, hey, roommates, listen up. Yeah.
Yeah, and a space like that tends to gather clutter, you have to go through it periodically and clean it up. You notice she had drawer organizers in there before she started that
Looks
she
like she
pulled
used some
out,
in
and
stack.
she got some new ones and put them in there, but she, didn't really organize or measure the space. So there's, again, a lot of white space. Stuff is just going to get crammed down in the sides. But it's great that she went through it and cleaned it up. Definitely a lot less went back into the drawer than came out of it.
She definitely decluttered. Yes. Or there's another junk drawer somewhere that's a little bit bigger. It just has all the old stuff in it.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, I cleaned out my junk drawer, but now I have this huge bin full of just stuff. Moving clutter. No, that's great. Again, just try to organize the spaces to get the organizers to fit nicely. Doesn't have to be expensive ones, but ones that fit the space you're trying to organize.
I remember when we recently decluttered mine, we only kept one of these Allen wrenches. We did not keep an assortment of them. They were pretty much all the same size.
They were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ready for the next one?
Yeah.
All right, let's do this.
Okay.
We got a stamp. I just saw one the other day in the junk drawer next to the bag of dead batteries. Hacky sack bomber. Veronica. Oh, my combination lock. One of these years that combination's gonna come back to me. Thermometer, hot sauce, tartar sauce, whoopee cushion. Are we really keeping Bridget's Sweet 16 candles? Guess she'll be 61 soon enough, huh? Wait a second. How did the dog's phone get in here? Oh, Goose, how'd you get in there? I told you to stop playing in the junk drawer. Do you see the stamp? We got a stamp. I just saw one.
That was cute.
That was just a fun one I had to throw there.
Yeah. Yeah, that is really cute.
Did remind me a lot of when we were going through a junk drawer. Just
Yeah.
The surprising things we found.
Oh, it never ceases to amaze me what kind of gets thrown in there. And it's all those odds and end things.
But he found the stamp.
I'm glad he found the dog.
Yep, and
Yeah.
anyway, this whole video was clever, but I'm glad he found the stamp.
It was very cute. Very cute. And very true. Very true. So, Any
So
more?
what do you think? That was it? That was the last one?
That was a good assortment. Hopefully it inspires people to go out and clean out their junk drawer, go through it, organize
Have fun
it.
with it. If anything, I mean, doing my junk drawer was a walk down memory lane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found to-go menus from restaurants that no longer exist.
Yeah. True. True.
It was a wonderful experience.
And now we know where all 10 pairs of chopsticks are if we need them. The hot sauce, unfortunately, had to go away from the, I don't know,
That's more vinegar by that point, I think.
probably. All right. Well, we hope you enjoyed, and we'll catch you next time. Again, stay around for the bloopers. They're at the end of our videos.
Thank you for spending your time with us. Take care.
Bye.
Okay. All right. Everything all set? Everything looks good? Everything all ready?
Yep.
All right. You feeling good?
Yeah.
All right. What are you doing? What are you touching?
I was going to start it.
It's going. We're recording now.
Oh.
We've been recording this whole time.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I thought I said I was starting it. I'm sorry if I didn't say it loud enough.
I thought you said let me know when you're ready.
And action!